Hi there, I'm Matt from Burton Watersboatsales here in Lincoln. Welcome to another video on one of our latest listings. Here behind me is a 2003 Sealine S41, which I've got to say is presented in excellent condition. One of the nicest boats we've got on the pontoon here. It's actually a boat, UK boat from new, and it spent its whole life on fresh waters. Started off on life on Lake Windermere, and then it's been down here at Burton Waters for a number of years now. So it hasn't been in the med or anything along those lines, so the hull is in excellent condition. Of course, it's got the white hull, a really good shine to the gel, and there's no sort of major bumps or scrapes or anything along those lines. Just moving forward now, it's obviously got teak on the bathing platform as well, which runs throughout the cockpit, and then underneath here you've got a nice little storage locker, but you've also got fold out chocks as well for your tender. The summer has just arrived here at Burton Waters, so we've taken the covers off for the video, and as you can see, the cockpit on this model is fantastic. Really sociable, and a real party boat as well. If you've got a lot of friends, it's a great boat for socialising. The cockpit upholstery is in excellent condition. It's the sort of a beige sort of leather. It's really nice. There's no sort of rips or tears or anything along those lines. On the starboard side, you've got a little wet bar. So you've got a sink with hot and cold water, and then you've got a drinks fridge as well. And over on the port side, we've got a little barbecue under there. One of the interesting things about this boat here is it's actually had the roof lowered. That's to make it a little bit easier to manoeuvre around underneath some of the bridges that we have in the area. In the aft cockpit area, it's absolutely fine for headroom. As you get up into the higher level, reduce a little bit. So if you're taller, a bit like me, you have to sort of stand underneath where the opening roof is. Obviously, moving forward, you've got this sort of chaise longue on the port side. So when you're underway, you can easily fit 4 people there. And then moving on to the helm position, you've got a really nicely laid out helm position. So you've got a proper double helm seat with lifting bolsters as well. The current owners have recently had a B&G 9-inch touchscreen chart plotter fitted, which has been done in the last year or so. You've also got your speed and your depth gauges, and obviously all your engine instrumentation. Engine-wise, she's fitted with the twin Volvo Penta KAD300s, so they're 285 horsepower each. It's the largest engine option they did for the S41, and the engine hours on here are 740, so very reasonable. You've got your bow thruster, and also you've got the electronic throttle controls as well. And before we go down below, I'll show you the engine bay, because I've got to say the engine bay on this boat is immaculate. So down there you've got your pair of KAD300s. The owner had these serviced in May of this year, which he did himself. The stern drives were serviced about 18 months ago. But so there's no water down there, it's nice and dry, and so there's very little corrosion on the engine. Okay, just taking down below now on the S41. So it's got a great layout down here. Huge saloon area, and your seating's on your starboard side. And it's actually been re-trimmed down here in leather. Some people call it purple, I'd call it plum, but it's really nice. It's quite vibrant and looks quite different to the standard upholstery that you'd have. Your galley's on the port side, so she's all gas. So you've got a 3-burner gas hob, and then you've got your gas oven on the far side, and of course your sink as well. And just beneath the counter, you've got a fridge, which looks like it's been replaced recently. There's also a TV up on the wall, and the boat's fitted with Webasto diesel heating, which has got a vent in each cabin in the saloon, as well as one in the cockpit area as well. If we take you forward to your forward cabin, it's a bit of a debate whether this is your master cabin or the aft cabin is. It's down to an owner to choose, really. But you've got a great cabin up here, so a proper double bed, a nice hanging locker, and there's decent storage in here as well. The head layout on here is great, so you get a separate ensuite for the aft cabin, but you've also got your day heads with the Jack and Jill door, so you can access it through the forward cabin. And in there you've got your sink, but you've also got an electric toilet that goes into a holding tank. And then on the opposite side, you've actually got a separate shower compartment. So just bringing onto your aft cabin now, as I mentioned earlier, it's a little bit debatable as to whether this is your master cabin or your forward one. I guess it's for an owner to choose. But you get a really good sized double bed. There's a bit of overhang from the cockpit floor, but it doesn't impede you when you're sleeping. And there's tons of storage in here. So you've got a nice hanging locker over here on the far side. And then also behind the door, there's a good sized hanging locker and a little vanity unit as well with your mirror. Also a little seat over here. And then you've got a separate ensuite in there, again with an electric toilet. And shower facilities in there as well if you need to. Okay, just bringing up onto the bow now. You've got really good side decks on the S41. So the side decks go all the way back to the transom, to the bathing platform. And there's a little step on the port side so you can access it from the cockpit when the cover's off. There is some space up here for some bow cushions. This hasn't got any, but they could easily be retrofitted. And then up the front you've got your electric windlass, so that can be controlled from the bow as well as the helm position as well. This S41 is priced at £139,950. And if you need any more info, feel free to give us a call.